Hi there, today I'm sharing a process video for Pear Tree Cut File's second birthday challenge using the letter F, which is florals and 4 photos, and I'm pairing it with this summer state of mind cut file that I've cut from Simple Stories summer patterned paper, and I'm going to use some offcuts that I've got to create strips down the left hand side of my paper, and you can just see there I'm tearing them. I do cut out this journaling card thinking that I might use it, but in the end I don't. So I'm just trimming down those torn strips so that I can use them on the left hand side, and then curling the edges over so that you can see some of the kind of background, the B side of the papers sticking out. So I'm just deciding on rough placement before I go ahead and add some mixed media to the background. So I'm using these beautiful Cambella paints that we got at a recent Go-Go Getaway retreat. Beautiful colours, really shimmery, with some glitter in there. I'm just using the packaging technique to add colour to my marshmallow cardstock in similar colours to what is in those floral patterned paper that I've used. I'm staying away from the blues and the greens because I want my cut file to stand out, so just picking the oranges, reds, pinks and kind of the gold colour. I'm using the packaging technique and then just kind of doing a bit of splattering over the top so you get areas of intense colour as well. And once that's dry, I decide to add a little bit of floral stenciling over the top. So I start off with some white paint and a sponge and this Echo Park floral stencil that I've had for quite a while. It's quite a subtle effect with the white, so just add a few areas, and then I go in afterwards and add some more of a gold colour, and that's much more obvious, particularly on the video. I love to create mixed media backgrounds because you can really build up the pattern and the colour just by adding simple things like a little bit of stenciling. And that's gone from looking like a splodgy mess to kind of having a bit more about it. I'm just going to add the strips of patterned paper down that left hand side now, and you'll see it soon starts to turn into a layout rather than just a piece of messy artwork. I'm going to add some pink pom-pom trim just to pull in those pink tones a bit more. And now it's time to add the cut file. So I'm just going to glue that directly onto the background flat, and you will see it's not on the video, but I do draw around it in black ink pen just to make it pop off the page a little bit more, because I do find it kind of gets sunk into the background, particularly when I start adding embellishments and photos and things. So far we've got florals in the background stenciled and a strip of floral patterned paper, because my letter for this challenge was F, and you'll see on the right hand side I've also got 4 small square photos. These are 2x2 photos that I cut on my selfie that I'm going to add to this layout, and they're all photos from when we visited the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham this summer. And I really liked all the kind of bright colours, the blues, pinks and oranges that they had in the colour scheme for the games, so I thought that worked really well. So I'm just tucking them in and around the cut file, and you can see I did try and add that journaling piece, but it was just far too big. So I've got some acrylic flowers from an older Pear Tree release, and then some puffy stickers that I'm going to add along with some foam florals from simple stories. So it's quite a mix of collections here, just adding lots of different summer themed items from my stash. As I've mentioned previously, I love these simple story sticker books because you get so much in them, but depending on how I'm using them, I quite often stick them to cardstock, so that I can pop them up on foam, because they're a little bit thin if you don't do that, but they're really good for layering underneath things because they're so thin. And it also makes them great for things like journaling, or if you're a scrapbooker that doesn't like dimension in their layouts. So I'm just going through and adding a few little elements. So I've got a bit of a ghetto blaster type thing, and a soda can, a little hot dog sticker, just little things that will kind of remind me of our trip to Birmingham. And now I'm going in with those foam florals, and then some of the flat small stickers out of the sticker book. And then this layout doesn't take too long to come together, and now I'm just going to add lots of these acrylic kind of doodled florals that were from an earlier release. I think it was June perhaps, from Pear Tree. But the colours work really well with all the bright colours and this layout. So you'll be able to see shortly in the next section just how much difference it makes drawing around those letters, because it really makes that cut file pop off the background. There you go, you can see. And now I'm just going to add some of these sequins on just in and around my floral clusters in similar tones. So I'm adding in oranges, yellows, pinks, reds, just to kind of add a little bit extra. Just to finish off, I'm just adding in a little bit of black ink splatters just in and around those floral clusters, just to add a little bit of a darker tone, and pull in a few of the black shades that we've got in the layout. So this is my finished layout. Thank you for joining me on YouTube today, and don't forget to head over to the Facebook group to join in with the celebrations and challenges over there. Bye for now.